Hey. All right, so checking in after this would be CrossFit session number 5, and yet again feeling awesome. Just got home and pretty proud of myself tonight. Actually, I set a new personal record for deadlifting. Now I only had one previous record to beat, but I'm pretty proud. So last time I did deadlifting, I um, my record was 85 pounds, which at the time I was pretty shocked about. I honestly thought I'd maybe be able to do like 40 pounds, so I was really shocked when she told me I had to do 85. And today I did 115 pounds, so pretty impressed with myself, feeling awesome about that. If you had told me a month ago that I would be lifting over 100 pounds, I would have laughed in your face because there was no way that I thought that would ever be possible. Um, Tonight's workout went really well, much better than the last one for sure. The last one I struggled a lot with the heat, and I wasn't sure if it was more of the heat or more because I'm not used to, my body's not used to these activities. I learned tonight that I think it really had to do with the heat, which sort of makes me a little bummed out for the rest of the summer because it's not often we're going to have a nice cool night like tonight. It's raining out, it's quite cool out, and I found it really that helped me because I wasn't dealing with the heat. And if anything, whenever I got hot, I just sort of just stand outside because she has this where I go, it's in her garage, and then she has the door open though, so I can kind of just stick my head outside and cool down a bit. And I had to do that like once tonight because I was just getting really warm. But honestly, I think I'll have to just, work through the heat and hopefully it will get a little bit easier as the summer goes on. Because if I could have every night like tonight, I would take it because that was just really good for me. I wasn't dealing with the dizziness like I was last time, which was really good. Um, anyway, tonight's workout was 3 different workouts, and I had to do different numbers of each. So I had to start with 21 of each, down to 15 of each, and then down to 9 of each. I really liked it. You get the hard part over first, and then as you work down, it seems to get easier because you have less to do. Now, saying that, you're getting a little more exhausted by the end, but I finished it and I felt really good. I feel like I worked at a better speed today than I did previously, and like I said, probably to do with the lack of heat today versus the other. My last 2 sessions were quite warm, and this one was just awesome. But anyway, feeling good, feeling good energy, and pumped. Can't wait to go back next week. I have 2 more sessions booked next week. I've booked myself in for the whole month of June for 2 days a week, and I'm looking forward to it. Just really hoping that I get some nice cool evenings, which would help for sure. But otherwise, I know I'm going to be sore tomorrow. Today, I'm really feeling it in my wrists. We did a lot with the deadlifting, and then we did a couple other things. I'm feeling it in my wrists for sure, and my fingers are kind of all cramped up right now, so I have to remember to move those around a little bit. I know my back's going to hurt a bit tomorrow. The deadlifting is probably going to kill that, but otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good. Some soreness in my legs. Nothing I can't handle, so we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. I'll try to check in. I'm sorry I didn't check in on my diary the last couple of days. You know how it is. Anyway, I'll definitely update my diary this weekend, probably over the weekend, and let you know specifically the exercises I did and how everything else is going. But the one thing I did want to say in closing is I'm actually finally starting to see like the results happening. Um, First of all, the strength, like the fact that I am getting stronger, that I was able to deadlift 115 pounds today, which I know I wouldn't have been able to do a couple weeks ago. So that is a huge thing. I'm getting stronger, so that's really good. I'm noticing my technique on certain things is getting a little bit better. I'm getting my knee lower for squat, or for, not squats, for lunges. My burpees really still suck, but I felt like I did them a little better today than I had previously. So I can see the results sort of in that way. I'm also finding that I have a lot more energy every day, even on my off days when I'm not doing CrossFit. My energy is up. I think that comes with doing any kind of activity. I'm not feeling that tiredness that hits usually in the afternoon. I'm feeling like I can do a lot more. I've seen myself getting a little more motivated to get things done around the house, and I'm not spending as much time kind of dreading the next task I have to do. So that's really good. I'm sleeping better. I've noticed that I've been sleeping a lot better, especially this week. The last couple nights I've been sleeping really well, falling asleep faster. I feel more refreshed when I wake up in the morning. I have been suffering for the last couple months with real tiredness. I wake up in the morning, and even if I got, you know, seven, like typically I think I'm getting about 7 hours a night is my average, but even if I was getting 7, 8, 10 hours, like a couple times I've had the chance to sleep in, and it doesn't matter how much sleep I get, I wake up and I just feel like I do not want to get out of bed. I'm exhausted. I feel like I didn't sleep at all. I have been waking up lately where I feel like refreshed in the morning. I can get myself out of bed a little sort of faster. I just sort of jump right out, and so I'm really thinking that it has to have something to do with this for sure. And then the only other thing is that although sort of like inches wise, I don't think I'm probably down. Like when I look in the mirror, I'm not really seeing any differences yet. Maybe a little bit, but nothing that I could chalk up and say this is definitely caused by this. It could just be that, you know, sometimes I know most women, I know me, I have days I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I'm looking good today. And then 2 days later, I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. So who knows? But I'm going to see, you know, hopefully I'm going to do my measurements again at the 1 month mark and see if there's any difference at that point. Weight-wise, I started to finally see a little bit of a difference on the scale this week. I'm down 2 pounds from what I was last weekend, and so that's just in 5 days, and down 2 pounds. You know, could be again a coincidence, but we'll see. I'm really hoping that you know, this is my body sort of kicking in gear and saying, okay, now time to shed a little bit of the weight. Because I know when you're doing more sort of weight training stuff, the pounds aren't going to come off as fast, because as you're building muscle, we all know, we've all heard, you know, you're building muscle, you're not, and, you know, if you're building muscle and losing fat, you're not necessarily going to lose weight. You can end up gaining weight in the beginning, but I know that I've read and heard that the more muscle you have, the more muscle you build, the faster you burn fat. So I'm hoping that maybe this is my body kicking into gear now and saying, okay, time to shed that weight. So I'm really anxious to see if next week I see a big difference as well. I'm in a weight loss competition that actually ends next weekend, and I'm kind of hoping that this is my week that you know, the pounds start to kind of come off. I obviously have to make sure I'm eating better, and you know, I have been making a really big effort, and I'm going to step it up a little bit this week. I have some different ideas I'm going to try. Anyway, I'll throw that in my blog. But anyway, if you want to check out my blog, check out my diary there, any of my other posts, and I will check in sometime next week. All right, have a good one.